And Remi Tinubu, I am trying to advise you. Still, pitch your net out of Biafra land. Pitch your net of 2027 politics and the election out of Biafra land, because Biafra may not remain in Nigeria up to 2027. So you better arrange the people that will vote for your husband in. She have seen foolish people who easily forget, whom she can deceive. Okay, if he kill with Igbos finish, she kill Igbos finish that time. Whom now will he look support? He could have felt not direct, which I want her to do, to face not direct and leave the Igbos alone, because Igbos are not worthy to live.
But Igbos are part of Nigeria, according to her.
According to her, but he said that Igbos should be killed. She should carry her rights back. The people he's giving go to give rights now. Had he been there, they were killed when she commanded their killing. Will they come out from grave now to collect that rights to support her husband in 2027? You see one thing. I, Mr. Okparadeni Okokondem, in this Republic of Biafra, live by nnamdikanu, Simon Ekpa, Biafran government, and thank God Almighty, I say, be name be glorified in all you have done to us, mankind, for the ability to up in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. You see one thing, that rise that Remi Tinubu and Uzodimma are sharing, when you look at it, it's like that rise is at the gunpoint. You understand what I'm saying? It looks like it's at the gunpoint. Because the presence of Uzodimma and his agents may terrify the people to collect the rights. Because if you say you don't collect, it seems that you're against him and his allies. Therefore, you have to collect.
I don't think it can be at the point of conflict.
I'm telling you, it looks like
it can be, because
once
you don't collect the rights, that's your business. Because
if you don't collect that rights, they look you as an enemy. Let me tell you one thing, what you don't understand, in that part of this world called Eastern Nigeria, sometimes they read you by your action. If you don't collect that rights, they have tagged you as their enemy. You don't know who use camera to follow you up. But you can be their enemy and collect that rights, and then you go free. You will be a genuine person because of your integrity. You don't want to collect that rights, and you become their enemy. This one to identify yourself openly that you are against them. You understand what I'm saying? Now that's why I say it looks like, because only the looking at Uzodimma is just like a gun to them, and the sword is like a bullet against them. He holds the power in Imo State. Nobody challenges him. He can appoint to death of anybody at any time, and appoint the life of anybody at any time. He's a semi-god in Imo State. Uzodimma is a semi-god in Imo State. Oh, that's what I'm saying. And on the other hand, you will see that this is why all over the federation, not only in Imo State or in Biafra land, this is why all over the nation, they keep the masses in hunger. So that anytime they rise up with their nonsense political ambition, whatever they give you, you will take it. And the minute you collect anything from them, it looks like they lay curse on you, that whatever they say, you will do. This is why they keep Nigerians in hunger. So that they will use your belly to control you. This is what they don't want to look at now. There's scarcity all over the nation. Masses don't have money. They will not allow you to have enough money to purchase what you want to eat, no matter how the inflation is. Look, let me tell you, no matter how the inflation is, if you have money, you can purchase what you want to eat. And the minute you purchase what you want to eat, government cannot use your belly to control you again. As Uzodimma and the Remi Tinubu is using food now to control Imo people. They are
hungry, they must eat.
That's what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. I want to say it during the Biafran war, that starvation is the part of the weapon. And let me tell you, starvation is one of the things that make Biafra to have saboteurs at that time. Starvation made Biafra to be weak. They cannot fight. You understand? Now, the same Remi Tinubu now go to Igbo land, telling Igbo to vote his husband in 2027. The same Remi Tinubu open his mouth and the Igbo should be killed. What if Igbos are wiped up? Whom will you go now to bribe with one bag of rice? If the Igbos were exterminated as she wants, whom will she go now to bribe them with rice? Now we're trying to bribe the Igbos. He's trying to rally around with the Igbos. He tried to gather Igbos now as one of his friends, because not are kicking hard against her husband's second term. She have seen foolish people who easily forget, whom she can deceive. Okay, if he kill with Igbos finish, she kill Igbos finish that time. Whom now will he look support? He could have felt not direct, which I want her to do, to face not direct and leave the Igbos alone, because Igbos are not worthy to live.
But Igbos are part of Nigeria, according to her.
According to her, but he said that Igbos should be killed. She should carry her rice back, because the people you are giving, will they come out from grave and eat your rice if they die? The people he's giving go to give rice now. Had he been there, they were killed when she commanded their killing. Will they come out from grave now to collect that rice to support her husband in 2027? You see, sometimes when you are doing something or saying something, think of tomorrow. That person you want to destroy, that person you are subduing, suppressing, tomorrow may be in a position to help you. Helping doesn't mean he will give you 1 million naira or go send you away, go and get apartment. Help may be you are walking on a road that you don't know. You are driving on the road that you don't know. If the same person, you will stop and ask, please, where did this road lead? If you have hurt that person and he realizes that you have hurt him, he may tell you, I don't know, or give you a wrong direction. Maybe you are almost to the place. He give you a wrong direction to pay you back what you have done to her or he. This is what people are supposed to think. Don't think that because I'm in a position, I have arrived, that you take it to subdue others. That person you are subduing, that person you are destroying. You don't know what tomorrow may be, because this world, what is permanent is changes. Changing is permanent. Apart from changing, nothing is permanent. No condition is permanent apart from changing. It can change to that person's turn to be good tomorrow. And you that are millionaire, you are bankrupt. Looking help for that person, you refuse to help. You understand it. That's number one. And Remi Tinubu, I am trying to advise you. Still, pitch your net out of Biafra land. Pitch your net of 2027 politics and the election out of Biafra land, because Biafra may not remain in Nigeria up to 2027. So you better arrange the people that will vote for your husband in.
Are you saying our rice she's distributing? Are you not saying
it will be a waste at the end?
So na free rice.
It will be a free rice if the rice is genuine. It will be a free rice.
This is what they said in 2023, that the election will not the Southeast, but you later heard.
That is if Southeast remain in Nigeria. Because what is going on now, by God's grace, before 2027, how many years now? Tomorrow we enter 2025. Let's say 2 years plus. Before 2 years plus, anything can happen. Our God miracle doesn't take time. It's a twinkle of eye. You have done what you have to do. And remember, our God is also a God of last minute miracle. Our God is early hour miracle, middle hour miracle, last minute hour miracle. That's our God. He can do it at any time. If we wouldn't mind, election will start on January 2027. They will start the election. On December 31st, Biafra have gone. Or in the process of the election, Biafra have gone. Then all the whole rice, Remi Tinubu carry to go to hungry people. To buy them, to buy their vote, buy their man, buy another 4 years from them. Without any hope of good future. maybe by that time they will go. Then that rice he took to that place will be in vain. Let it carry that rice back to west, Awanie, Emilokon, and share them, and take the remaining one to the north to mellow them down. Not people in the Biafra land or the east. Because by God's grace, I'm still saying by God's grace, before that 2027, Biafra will go. Then it will left the north and the west to sort out their politics. And the people like P2B and Co that are struggling, I know that their struggle will be in vain. Whether Biafra go or Biafra did not go, they will not be the president of Nigeria. Automatically, Biafra will go. And P2B and Co and other politicians will never participate in Nigerian politics anymore. So they better stand out thinking of their future, thinking where they will land at last when Nigeria will cast them away, because they are no more Nigerian, they are Biafra. Let them now start preparing their soft landing. Otherwise, Biafra will be hot for them. Not that anybody will burn them with the fire, but the land will go against them. The land will go against them because of innocent blood. They fold their hand, watching, close their eye, and they share the innocent blood of Biafra. They do not comment. Uzodimma don't care whether he perform, he did not perform. He did not perform. Still, he entered his second term that appeal court are given. Supreme Court are given to him. He still entered the second term. So, perform or not perform, it doesn't care him. What Uzodimma need in Imo State is let only one person, only one polling booth mount in Imo State. APC will win Imo State. Only one polling booth is what Uzodimma need in Imo State. APC will still win Imo State.
I believe that if we are genuinely interested in moving this country forward, we can move forward. Ojukwu said it several times, it will be difficult to exist on our own. And we told him, we don't have any other place outside our hometown, and Nigeria does not want us. So declare this thing. They will fight us, we'll try. And when he declared it, I know Hassan Katsina said it's going to last for 48 hours. That was how the war started. And it lasted for nearly 3 years. It started on the, I think, 7th of July and ended on the 12th of January. July 1937, 12th of January 1970. It's all part of our history. And I think it's good for us to forget all about this history of ours. If we have learned lessons from this history, let us now use those lessons. But we don't seem to be keen on experimenting with the lessons we must have learned from all this history that I've just given to you. When Nigeria became independent, I was already in St. John's College, Kaduna, in 1960. I know Nigeria's history through and through. Let us be honest for a change. Ojukwu looked for all means of ensuring that the country does not break up. He went to Aburi. All the agreements that were reached in Aburi were reneged on by the Nigerian government under General Gawan. In fact, the BBC then made a statement. The BBC said that Ojukwu, who is an Oxford graduate, had outsmarted Gawan. That was what the BBC said. It was this same BBC that said after the military coup that the Igbos have decapitated the leadership of the North. See, when you talk about the Igbos, there's always this tendency to feel that Igbos are not part of this country. There are 3 major tribes that make up Nigeria, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. And before the creation of 12 states, we had 4 regions: the North, the West, the East, and the Midwest. Whatever we are compelled to endure today as Igbo is the direct consequence of the coup of January 15. It was organized by soldiers. They know best why they organized the coup. I cannot tell you this is the person who was in charge of that coup or who led it, because I'm not a soldier, I wasn't there. But because the most prominent name during that coup was Chukwumanzogu, there is this conclusion that it was an Igbo coup. And if you look at developments, they tend to justify that assumption. And I'll tell you why. People were killed in the north, Madubelo, Fabalewa, etc., and some soldiers. In the west, Adelabu was killed. In the Midwest, Okotiebo was killed. In the east, nobody was touched. It was intact. The person who was mandated to eliminate M.I. Okpara was Ifeanyi. That was when Archbishop Macarius was visiting. And his excuse was that he couldn't kill Okpara in front of Archbishop Macarius. And this was why the coup failed in the east. So because the coup failed in the east and succeeded in other parts of the country, gave rise to this general feeling that it was an Igbo coup. Then of course the name Chukwuma Nzogu. Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu was an ex-student of St. John's College, Kaduna. That was my school. He left the school before I came in. From what I hear, was very close to the president of the North there, the premier of the North there, and he handled the operation up north. I was in Zaria then, the Nigerian Railways with my father. And what happened directly afterwards, particularly on the 29th of July, a terrible experience, and then it just continued to ricochet like that. 29th of September. Suddenly, the social media is awash with materials about January 15 and the aftermath. And I begin to ask myself, why is it necessary at this time to dig into the past? You see, give a dog a bad name and you hang it. There's a clamor for Igbo presidency. So all the things are being churned out. I don't believe that we are serious about the unity of this country. I don't think so. If we are sometimes, well, we should be bold enough to tell ourselves that bygones be bygone. If you keep looking backwards, you can never move forwards. We made our mistakes. We can forget that mistake, those mistakes now, and turn a new leaf if we are serious about wanting this country to move forward. Then you ask yourself, why can't the Igbos and the Yorubas get together in a political union? I will give you the answer. It's going to be very difficult. The Igbo man is not a very astute politician, no. If you hurt the Igbo man once, he's not likely to ever forget it. The Igbo man does not believe that perfidy is an ingredient of politics, treachery, no. So in the late 50s, Dr. Nnamdikanu, who was then in charge of the NCNC, by the way, he didn't just acquire the NCNC, no. Herbert Macaulay was the person in charge of the NCNC. Herbert Macaulay died in Kano in 1946. Before then, he had made Zik the secretary of the NCNC. So when he died, Zik naturally assumed headship of the party. It was not an Igbo party. This was why Zik was able to win an election in Western Nigeria. What happened? It was his responsibility to form the government. The night before he was to form that government, all the Yoruba adherents of that party moved over to Obafemi Awolowo's action group. Quote me, his history. Ask Femi Fani-Kayode, he will tell you what I'm telling you now. Because he's a young man that believes in the truth.